nakakadismaya dahil pang-apat na hearing na natin to at inibitahan natin itong mga mahalagang resource persons para mabigyan sila ng pagkakataon magpaliwanag, ibigay yung kanilang opinion, ibigay yung kanilang side. At yung ibang mga personalidad dito, nag-issue na tayo ng subpoena, pero parang walang respeto na ibinibigay sa institusyon at sa Senado. Inibitahan rin natin yung may-ari ng lupa, yung Whirlwind Corporation, kung saan doon natuklasan po yung isa sa pinakamalaki at isa sa pinaka-violenteng Pogo Hub sa Pilipinas. Issue tayo ng subpoena para kay Go Huaping para ipagpatuloy yung ating pagtatanong at higit sa lahat malaman kung sino po yung mga nasa likod nitong Pogo Hub sa Bamban. Pero pangalawang pagtanggi o pangalawang beses siya nang hindi pumunta ho dito. Ngayon na kahit may subpoena, binaliwala pa rin niya yung subpoena na in-issue ng committee.
And I think this letter of explanation is totally unacceptable. Therefore, I would like to move that we issue a warrant of arrest against Mayor Go for her to attend the next hearing.
The chair rules to cite in contempt Alice Guo or Guo Huaping and for her to issue the warrant of arrest.
Nung nakaraang linggo po, lumantad po ang totoong pagkakilanlan kay Alice Guo. Salamat sa NBI. Wala na pong duda na ang ating kaisipan na siya si Guo Huaping, ang isang Chinese citizen na pumunta sa Pilipinas ng murang gulang. I know that the Office of the Solicitor General has filed a petition for cancellation of Mayor Guo's Certificate of Live Birth sa RTC ng Tarlac noong nakaraang Biyernes. Alam ko na hinahanda na din nila ang petition for quo warranto na magpapatanggal sa kanyang pwesto bilang mayor. Sana maging malinaw ang mensaheng ito. Ang Filipino citizenship ay hindi parang candy na ipinamimigay. Filipino citizenship is not for sale. At kung ginamit mo pa ang pekeng pagka-Pilipino mo para tumakbo sa anumang pwesto, kung ginamit mo ito para tumulong magpalaganap ng krimen gaya ng money laundering, human trafficking, o magtrabaho kontra sa pambansang seguridad, dekada man ang lumipas, dadating ang araw ng pagtutuos. You took advantage of our brittle regulatory system. Our system may be brittle, but it is not broken. Sisingilin ka. Sinisingil ng sambayanan si Mayor Guo. There are many questions yet unanswered. Sino si Miss Alice Leal Guo, tubong Tarlac, na pinanganak sa parehong araw ng kapanganakan ni Mayor Alice Leal Guo? Nasaan na siya? Ano ang dahilan? Bakit pinuslit si Guo Huaping dito? At sino ang mastermind? Yung kanyang tatay nga kaya, na ayon sa pananaliksik, ay di umanong involved sa United Front activities ng Communist Party of China. Saan siya humugot ng lakas ng loob na tumakbong mayor? O ito na ba ang plano mula sa simula? Is she working with Chinese triads? With the Chinese government? Or both? Sabi nila, hindi daw pwede both. Pero ito nga, nakita natin sa isang article sa Washington Post. The Communist Party of China has a history of using criminal syndicate families when it suits them. But the question we want to answer here today, and perhaps the question
we are capable of answering who are enabling her and these pogos. Are there protectors within our government? Bakit tayo umabot sa ganito? Before I call on the COMSEC, I'd like to acknowledge gratefully the presence of Senators Nancy Binay and Sherwin Gatchalian in today's hearing. Maraming salamat sa inyo, mga kasama. Would either of my colleagues like to make an opening statement before I call on the COMSEC? After the COMSEC. After na rin? Nina, okay. Thank you. All right. So COMSEC, please acknowledge the resource persons and report on the status of the subpoenas.
Good morning, Senator Risa Antiveros. Good morning, Senator Win Gatchalian and Senator Nancy Binay. The committee would like to acknowledge the presence of the following guests and resource persons. From the Philippine National Police, they're represented by Police Colonel Lucrecio Rodriguez Jr. From the Criminal Investigation and Detention Group, CIDG, Philippine National Police, they are represented by Police Colonel David Poclay and Police Major Arvin Hosmilio. From the Undersecretary Nicolas Felix LT is representing the Interagency Council Against Trafficking. The Solicitor General is represented by Assistant Solicitor General James Lee Kundangan. The Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation is represented by Retired General Raul Villanueva and Attorney Jessa Maris Hernandez.
COMSEC, PAGCOR is represented also this morning by its chairperson, Mr. Alejandro Tenco. Thank you for
Senator.
your presence, sir.
Nandito ba yan? Okay. Later, Senator. The Anti-Money Laundering Council is represented by Attorney Emet Rodion Manantan, by Attorney Richard Chan, and Mr. Jason Padilla. Attorney Angelito Magno is representing the National Bureau of Investigation, as well as with him is Regional Director Jenny Abiera, Agent in Charge Rainer Bergado, Special Investigator Edgardo Kawada, Dr. Alfredo Kahanding, and Ms. Caroline Pitoy. The Philippine Statistics Authority is represented by Attorney Eliazar Ambatali and Mr. Emilio Kerubin Jr., Mr. Patrick Go, and Ms. Jan Marce Babagay. The Department of Foreign Affairs is represented by Director Von Ryan Pagwi. The Department of Agrarian Reform is represented by their Undersecretary Luis Mianrado Pangulayan. Pangulayan. The Department of Interior and Local Government.
COMSEC, before you continue, I also see here the head of the DAR Legal Affairs Office, Yusek Napoleon Galit. Thank you, sir. Ganda umaga po.
The Secretary of the Department of Foreign Affairs, tapos na to. The Department of Interior and Local Government is represented by ASEC Romeo Benitez. The Philippine Retirement Authority is represented by Attorney Maria Milagros Lezaca. The National Telecommunications Commission is represented by Attorney Andres Castelar Jr. as well as Attorney Regina Anel Cruz Velasco. The Philippine Board of Investments, the Department of Trade, is represented by Mr. Kenneth Royco. The Securities and Exchange Commission is represented by Attorney Philbert Catalino Flores III. With him is Attorney Daniel Luis Macalino, Attorney Erwin Edward P. Mendinueto, Attorney R.J. Bernal, Miss Margaret Joy Golan, Attorney Pamela Lorraine Ramos, and Attorney Gerardo del Rosario. The United Filipino Against Crime and Corruption is represented by their chairperson, Pyra Lucas. The Porac Farmers 106 is represented by Mr. Manuelo Galang and Mr. Rolando Mugalios. The committee sent invitation to the following incorporators and boards of the Lucky South 99 Outsourcing Incorporated but received no reply. The following are Ms. Ronelyn Baterna, Mr. Michelle Bryce Mascarenas, Ms. Stephanie Mascarenas, Mr. Rodrigo Banda, and Mr. Jung Gu. Also, the committee reached out to the board of members of the Lucky South 99, but we were not able to reach Mr. Marion Ryan Chua. But we were only able to reach Mr. Marion Ryan Chua. They are Mr. Julian Linsangan III, Mr. Edwin Ang, Mr. Marion Ryan Chua. The committee also sent invitation to the following incorporators and officials and board members of the Lucky South 99 Outsourcing Incorporated, who are also incorporators of the Whirlwind Corporation, but we have received no reply. Ms. Josefina Mascarenas, Mr. Xiang Tan, Mr. Daniel Salcedo Jr., Mr. Duanren Wu, and Ms. Chona Alejandro. With us also is Mayor Jaime Capil, the Mayor of the Municipality of Porac, Province of Pampanga, together with Engineer Glenn Lansangan, their municipal engineer. Also with us is Lieutenant General Romeo Karamat Jr., the Acting Area Police Commander of the Northern Luzon, Philippine National Police. Miss Andrea Domingo, their PAGCOR chairperson, was also sent an invitation, but she begged off because of medical reasons. We have the excuse letter from her lawyer. But PAGCOR is represented by Attorney Ronald O. Solis, Attorney Felix U. Villa, and Attorney Felix H. Pascual.
Clarification,
I'm sorry, they are the legal counsel, Senator. They are the legal counsel of Ms.
former
Andrea
Chair
Domingo.
Domingo. Thank you, Comsec. Please continue.
The Philippine Navy is represented by Lieutenant Jessa Mendoza.
I'd like to clarify that, Comsec. Lieutenant Mendoza is here in her personal capacity as an invited resource person. She is a member of the Philippine Navy, pero hindi po siya rito bilang resource person para sa Navy. Just for the record. Please continue, Comsec.
An invitation was also given to Mr. Jack Lopez Uy and Mr. Gerald Cruz, but it was not sent due to lack of information of their whereabouts.
I'm sorry, what's the name again, Comsec?
Mr. Jack Lopez Uy and Mr. Gerald Cruz. Hindi po makita yung information nila sa hindi po namin malaman yung details ng kanilang whereabouts.
These were for service of subpoena or for extension of invitation?
Invitation, Senator.
Please proceed.
Likewise, an invitation was sent to Mr. Walter Wong Long, the provincial warden of Tarlac Provincial Jail. However, the request was denied due to the absence of a court order allowing Mr. Wong Long to attend the hearing.
Comsec, we can dispense with the invitation to Mr. Wong Long because we already heard from the provincial warden in the previous hearing at malino naman po nga na ipaliwanag at tinanggap ng komite. Also in recognition of the separation of powers. Thank you. Please complete the resource persons, Comsec.
The copies of the invitations to Ms. Wenyi Lin and Mr. Simen Guo were given to the mayor's office in Banban, Tarlac. But we received no reply.
Comsec, were those invitations or subpoenas?
No, the following are the subpoenas.
All right, please proceed.
Invitations lang po yun, Senator. For subpoena, the legal counsel of Mayor Guo received the subpoena ad testificandum addressed to her, but refused to receive the subpoenas addressed to Mr. Dian Song Guo, Sheila Lial Guo, and Wesley Lial Guo, saying that they do not represent the family members. So, yung kay ano lang po ang na-receive, yung kay Mayor Alice Guo. Also, the subpoena ad testificandum addressed to Ms. Nancy Jimenez Gamo was received by her liaison officer. A subpoena ad testificandum addressed to Ms. Jaimelyn S. Cruz, Mr. Roderick Paul Pujante, and Mr. Juan Miguel Alpas, the incorporators of Sun Juan Technology, were not served because Miss Cruz is not in the list of residents of the subdivisions, whereas Mr. Pujante is no longer a resident of the indicated address. And lastly, according to the resident of the house adjacent to the addressee's house, Mr. Alpas is unknown to him. A subpoena ad testificandum is also served addressed to Ms. Catherine Cassandra Ong, but was not served because the addressee is not also in the list of residents or tenants in the said subdivision. The subpoena ad testificandum addressed to Mr. Conanan was received by the receptionist, Ms. Aiza Noble Franca. Subpoena ad testificandum addressed to Mr. Alberto Rodolfo de la Serna and Mr. Jonathan Mendoza were also not served due to the lack of information of their whereabouts. From the BIR, we have Mr. Attorney Ralbert Jan Tibayan, and from DAR, we have Yusek Casel Celeste. That's all, Senator.
Thank you, Comsec. So, pero meron tayong report on the status of the subpoenas and also additional invitations na yung ibang sinerve na subpoena, yung ilan natanggap, but the recipients are not here. They are absent. Meron namang mga inisyu ang komite na subpoenas which were not served. And mostly because either fake yung address or totoo yung address pero wala yung tao doon. So before the chair makes a ruling, Senator Nancy.
Madam Chair, just a clarification, Madam Chair. Lahat ho ba yung in-announce ni Comsec na guest? Sila ho ba yung nakaupo dito sa lamesa? Or meron ho ba tayong mga bisita na nakaupo ho sa likod?
Meron po tayong mga bisita na nakaupo sa likod kasi hindi naman po
Kasha.
makakasya.
Okay. Madam Chair, can we just request if they could just stand up para the committee would know kung nasan itong invited guests natin?
Before I request our resource persons to comply with the request of Senator Nancy, I'd just like to acknowledge the presence of our Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada. Salamat, Sen, for joining us in this hearing. So could our resource persons
Request all
Please,
our resource persons who were acknowledged,
rise.
please stand up so that you could be properly recognized na kung saan kayo nandun.
Madam Chair, baka we can also request our OSAA, baka pwedeng yung kasi may nakikita akong resource person na nandun sa likod. Baka pwedeng ilipat sila sa harap para just in case na meron tayong tanong sa kanila, mas madali ho silang makakasagot.
So OSAA, paki-facilitate po iyon. Yung additional resource persons per agency, ipalapit sa harap dun sa likod ng mga principal nila. Salamat, Sen Nancy.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Sen Sherwin?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Madam Chairman, nakakadismaya at nakakadismaya dahil pang-apat na hearing na natin to at inibitahan natin itong mga mahalagang resource persons para mabigyan sila ng pagkakataon magpaliwanag, ibigay yung kanilang opinion, ibigay yung kanilang side. At yung ibang mga personalidad dito, nag-issue na tayo ng supina, pero parang walang respeto na ibinibigay sa institusyon at sa Senado. Para sa akin, yung pagbabaliwala nila ng supina, parang pagbabaliwala at pagwawalang respeto sa ating institusyon at sa proseso na ginagawa natin para makahanap ng katotohanan. Itong pag hindi nila pagdaluho dito ay kawalan ho yan para sa kanila dahil mawawalan sila ng oportunidad na magpaliwanag at para sa akin sinyalis ho to na meron silang alam na ayaw nilang isiwalat o ayaw nilang ipaalam sa atin at meron silang tinatago. Yung hindi nila pagpunta ho dito para sa akin is a sign of guilt. Dahil ito ay pang-apat na hearing na ho natin at ilang beses na rin ho natin na nasabi sa komite kung sino-sino itong mga personalidad. Bibigyan ko kayo ng halimbawa kung gaano kahalaga po itong mga personalidad. For example po, inimbitahan ho natin yung mga incorporators at board of members ng Lucky South 99 na ito po yung na-raid noong 2022 at ngayon meron na namang problema. Inibitahan rin ho natin yung may-ari ng lupa, yung Whirlwind Corporation, kung saan doon natuklasan po yung isa sa pinakamalaki at isa sa pinaka-violenteng Pogo Hub sa Pilipinas. No? At wala rin pumunta ho sa kanila. Nag-issue ho tayo ng supina para kay Go Huaping para ipagpatuloy yung ating pagtatanong at higit sa lahat malaman kung sino po yung mga nasa likod nitong Pogo Hub sa Bamban. Pero pangalawang pagtanggi o pangalawang beses siya nang hindi pumunta ho dito. Ngayon na kahit may supina, binaliwala pa rin niya yung supina na inisyu ng committee. May isa pang personalidad na mahalaga ho, yung si Ginang Nancy Gamo, no? Na lumabas po sa maraming papeles, sa papeles ng mga Go-related companies, sa papeles nung dalawang Pogo Hub, yung Zunyuan at Hongsheng. Pero nagpadala siya ng letter at hindi rin siya makakapunta dahil raw pinagbabawalan siya ng doktor niya. Pero Madam Chairman, nakita ko yung kanyang interview Hindi lang isang beses o 4 na beses yung kanyang interview at lumalabas ho siya para magbigay ho ng mga interviews. No, so hindi po katanggap-tanggap ho para sa atin na nagbibigay ka ng interview sa media pero yung formal na hearing, yung formal na pagdinig, hindi ka pupunta ho dito. At may supina na rin ho na issue. So Madam Chairman, uulitin ko po yung aking motion in the past, no, nung last hearing. At ngayon, I will move to issue a subpoena dito po sa mga incorporators at board members ng Lucky South 99 Outsourcing Incorporated. Namely ho, si Ronelyn Baterna, si Michael Mascarenas, Stephanie Mascarenas, Rodrigo Banda, at Mr. Jing Gu. Itong Mascarenas family ho, interlocking directors ho to na present siya sa Lucky South 99 at present rin ho siya sa Whirlwind Corporation. So in other words, lumalabas parang iisa lang itong kumpanyang ito. No? Pero dahil hindi nga ho sila pumupunta ho dito, hindi natin malalaman yung katotohanan. Again, I will move also for the issuance of a subpoena to the board members of Lucky South 99. Ito po yung present na mga board members and officers. Si Mr. Julian Linsangan, who's the president and chairperson. Ito sana yung pinakamahalagang personalidad para diretso natin tanungin siya kung bakit sa kanyang pasilidad nangyayari itong mga krimen at itong mga torture na nangyayari. Si Mr. Edwin Ang, si Mr. Myron Chua, again to issue a subpoena to the incorporators, board members of Lucky South 99 Outsourcing, who are also incorporators of Whirlwind Corporation. Ito yung interlocking. Si Miss Josefina Mascarenas, Mr. Xiang Tan, si Mr. Daniel Salcedo. Ito po yung presidente ng Whirlwind Corporation na kasalukuyan po. Maganda rin ho sana marinig sa kanya kung bakit sa kanyang 10-hectare property nangyayari itong mga torture at human trafficking. Si Mr. Duaren Wu, applicant ho to sa mga PAGCOR itong si Mr. Duaren Wu, yung kanyang pangalan lumalabas to sa marami ring mga papeles related to Whirlwind Corporation. Si Ms. Chona Alejandre, who's also a board member of Whirlwind Corporation. And then I will move to cite in contempt those individuals, Madam Chair, who we issued subpoena to. Si Ms. Wen Yilin, Mr. Simen Lial Go, si Guo Huaping, aka Alice Go, Mr. Jan Jong Go, Ms. Sheila Yel Go, at Ms. Wesley Go. Nung huling pagdinig ho natin, nag-issue na ho tayo ng subpoena. Para sa akin ho, hindi katanggap-tanggap po yung dahilan ni Ms. Guo Huaping dahil siya po ang nasa gitna nitong pangyayari sa Bamban Siya po ang may alam kung ano po nangyari. Lahat ho ng application, andun po yung pangalan niya. Siya po yung nagbukas ng pinto para makapasok po itong Pogo Hub. At marami pa tayong katanungan kung sino ba talaga ang nasa likod at sino yung mga kasama niya dito sa Pogo Hub na ito. At I will also move to cite in contempt Ms. Nancy Jimenez Gamo, the accountant that incorporated the Go-related family businesses and also the two Pogo Hubs. May mga personalidad ho dito na nag-issue ho tayo ng subpoena pero based on the COMSEC, mga dummies or non-existent. Pero uulitin ko na rin po, just in case na lumabas ho sila. Also to cite in contempt Ms. Jamelyn Cruz, Mr. Roderick Pujante, at Mr. Juan Miguel Alpas. There's also another personality na crucial ho dito sa ating investigation. Ito po si Catherine Cassandra Ong na nag-issue na rin ho tayo ng subpoena pero wala ho siya dito. So I also move to cite in contempt Ms. Catherine Cassandra Ong. Nag-issue rin ho tayo ng subpoena kay Mr. Dennis Cunanan para marinig ho yung kanyang side at yung kanyang pangalan ay madalas lumalabas sa application sa PAGCOR in relation to Lucky South 99. So I move to cite him in contempt as well. Meron pa hong dalawang tao ho dito na crucial. Ito ho si Mr. Alberto de la Serna at si Mr. Jonathan Mendoza. Kulang rin, hindi ho mahanap ng ating COMSEC pero lumalabas rin ho to sa interviews na nakita ko ho sa Rappler yung mga pangalan ho nito. So I also will move to cite in contempt Mr. Alberto de la Serna and Jonathan Mendoza. Mga totoong tao ho to dahil nakikita ko to sa mga interviews. So again, Madam Chair, hindi ho magiging kompleto yung ating hearing and investigation kung wala po itong mga personalidad na ito. specifically those connected to Lucky South 99 and to Whirlwind Corporation, as well as si Miss Nancy Gamo at of course, si Guo Huaping. And po yung mga taong nasa likod nito without these personalities. So I so move, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Thank you, Sen. Sherwin. Before the chair rules on the motions regarding contempt and regarding PINA, Senator Nancy.
Madam Chair, tayo po ngayon ay hawak po natin yung letter of explanation ni Mayor Alice at sinait po niya yung dahilan na she's not mentally fit, Madam Chair. Ang sa akin lang, nakakahiya naman po dun sa mga tunay na may mental health condition. I would just like to reiterate, Madam Chair, na seryosong usapin ang mental health at hindi po ito dapat ginagamit na dahilan para magsinungaling. Yun lang po, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, if
Maraming
I may.
salamat, Sen Nancy. Yes, Senate President Pro Tempore.
Thank you, Madam Chair. May I know if the legal counsel or the lawyer of Mayor Alice Go is present here?
Comsec is the lawyer of Mayor Alice Guo present at the hearing. It would appear, Sen Jinggoy, Senate President Pro Temp, that the lawyer of Mayor Alice Guo is not at the hearing.
All right. May I know if Mayor Alice Go is still in the country? May we inquire from the BID if she's still here in the country?
Could we please hear from the BI? The committee would like to repeat the question to which you answered in the affirmative in the last hearing na nasa Pilipinas pa si Mayor Alice Guo. Siya po ba sa araw na ito ay nasa Pilipinas pa or
As we speak,
kung sakali umalis na ba siya?
any rep from the BID?
Yes, please approach a mic. Identify yourself, good sir. Oo.
Yes. Good morning, Senators. I'm Attorney Homer Arellano po from the Bureau of Immigration. And based po dun sa latest check namin sa records ng Bureau of Immigration, wala pa pong record of departure si Mayor Alice Go.
Kailan po yung latest check na iyon?
Kahapon lang po, chinek po namin. Tsaka naka-alert na po yung mga airport natin, tsaka mga subport regarding her. So, kung magpapakita po siya, then we will know po kung ano.
Perhaps, Attorney, during this hearing, para kompletong masagot yung tanong ng Senate President Pro Temp at ng buong komite, pwede nyo i-check ngayong araw kung as far as the Bureau knows, nasa Pilipinas pa si Mayor Guo.
Yes po, i-check po namin ngayon, then we'll update po kagad, ma'am.
Salamat, Attorney. And later po, pag-administer ng oath ng COMSEC, pakisama na po kayo. Ano po?
Opo.
Salamat po. So, yun po yung status.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Sen.
Madam
Jinggoy.
Chair, I just read the letter of explanation from Mayor Alice Go, and in the second paragraph, ang sinabi niya, I have already sought professional help, but the medical professionals that I have consulted refused to issue a medical certificate stating my condition for fear that they may also experience the humiliation and ridicule that I am going through. Madam Chair, I suggest that she be attended by a government doctor para siguro malaman natin ang buong katotohanan. And I think this letter of explanation is totally unacceptable. Therefore, I would like to move that we issue a warrant of arrest against Mayor Go for her to attend the next hearing kung meron man. I so move, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat, Sen Jinggoy. Before the chair rules on the motions regarding contempt and issuance of a warrant of arrest, and for that the chair thanks the Senate President Pro Tempore dahil sinabi na rin po ng SP na before this hearing, no, in public sa media, na he is prepared to sign the arrest warrant Bago noon, before ruling on the motions for contempt and the motion for additional subpoenas, the chair concurs with Senators Nancy and Jinggoy regarding their estimation of the letter of Alice Guo. The committee is in receipt of that letter of Alice Guo, seeking to explain her absence again today. Wala po itong kalakip na anumang medical certificate. So the chair also welcomes the offer of the Senate President pro tempore. Binanggit na rin ni SP that the Senate could arrange for a government doctor to attend to her, or kahit yung sariling Senate clinic natin dito. And also the chair recalls that in a previous also big investigation, there was a resource person there who actually cited mental health concerns, but she still testified despite her mental health issues ascertained by a medical doctor. So samantala, ito pong kay Alice Guo, walang kalakip na anumang medical certificate ang kanyang letter. And while with Senator Nancy, we definitely recognize the importance of mental health, we also really do not want to set a precedent in which mental health is invoked to skirt the obligation to appear before a Senate committee. And with the Senate President pro tempore and Senator Nancy, we find her claims in the letter devoid of credibility. Therefore, before the chair acts on the motions regarding contempt or warrant of arrest and additional subpoena, the chair would just like to make of record that we are in receipt of a letter from the attorneys at law of Mr. Marion Ryan Chua, Edwin Ang, and Julian Linsangan III, saying that they received the email inviting them to appear here, but they are respectfully informing the Senate that they have a conflict of schedule, as they are also scheduled to file criminal and civil cases on said date. Rest assured that the cooperation of Mr. Chua, Ang, and Linsangan will be ready and available at the next scheduled hearing of the Senate. The chair will show the copy of this letter to Sen. Sherwin, because these three invited persons are subject of a motion, one of the motions for subpoena of the good senator. So, at this point, the chair rules to the chair rules to cite in contempt Alice Guo or Guo Huaping, and for her to issue the warrant of arrest as moved by the Senate President pro tempore. The chair also rules to cite in contempt Nancy Gamo and Dennis Cunanan. Additionally, the chair rules on the motion of Senator Sherwin to cite in contempt Wen Yi Lin, Siemen Leal Guo, Jiang Jung Guo, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, and Sheila Leal Guo, Wesley Leal Guo, and invited resource persons, Cruz, Pujante, Alpas, Ong, De La Serna, and Mendoza. So ruled.
Yes, I second the motion, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Nancy. The chair has ruled, and with the concurrence of Senator Nancy and hearing no objections, so ruled. Additionally, the chair rules on the motion of Senator Sherwin to subpoena before this committee invited resource persons Baterna, Mascarenas, Banda, Jingguo, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly as well, Tan, Salcedo, Alejandre, and I need to check my handwriting on this last name. So ruled. COMSEC, please take note.
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes, Sen. Jinggoy.
This representation wants to be clarified. If the chair already ruled that to cite those mentioned by Senator Sherwin in contempt, may I know if it is automatic if we are going to issue a warrant of arrest for those persons, for those resource persons who failed to attend this hearing, Madam Chair?
So, just to clarify the point raised by the Senate President pro tempore, these 8 persons na isa-cite ng committee in contempt, these 8 being Alice Guo or Guo Huaping, Nancy Gamo, Dennis Cunanan, Wen Yilin, Ximen Leal Guo, Jiang Jung Guo, Duaren Wu, and Chona Alejandre. The chair has ruled to cite them in contempt. Pagkatapos ng hearing, susulatan ng chair ang Senate President. Once i-affix ni Senate President yung citing in contempt ng chair, in effect, masaset into motion na yung pag-issue ng warrant of arrest. So it is in effect, good Senate President pro tempore, the same legislative or investigative action, pero ganun yung magiging step sa process na yan. Thank you. Thank you, Sen. Jinggoy.